there was no mention of diabetes in Hippocrates' writings. Hippocrates was 400 years BC. There was no diabetes. In fact, diabetes didn't really appear until sugar was refined. Even medicine acknowledges that diabetes is a lifestyle disease. So if we want to talk about a pandemic, I think we'd have to call it diabetes, is that right?
We're uncovering the secrets to naturally reversing diabetes with the renowned health expert Dr. Barbara O'Neill. If you or someone you know is struggling with diabetes, this video could be life-changing. Diabetes doesn't have to be a lifelong struggle. With the right knowledge and lifestyle changes, you can take control of your health and even reverse this condition. Make sure to watch till the end for actionable tips and insights. Let's start by understanding diabetes.
So the glucose is spilling out into the urine. Diabetes mellitus, sweet urine.
Diabetes is a condition where your body either doesn't produce enough insulin or can't use it effectively, leading to high blood sugar levels. If left unmanaged, it can lead to serious health complications.
But it's certainly a worldwide pandemic, diabetes today. And yet, it can be conquered. And it can be conquered quite easily. It's a lot harder to conquer type 1 diabetes because it's damage in the cells that create that produce the insulin.
The key to reversing diabetes lies in understanding that your lifestyle choices play a significant role. By making informed changes, you can improve your body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels. Diabetes can be broadly categorized into type 1 and type 2. While type 1 is an autoimmune condition usually diagnosed in childhood, type 2, the most common form, is often linked to lifestyle factors. This is where the power of natural interventions comes into play. Let's have a look at foods that can cause diabetes. There are some foods that cause diabetes, and there are some foods that can heal diabetes. Never in the history of mankind have human beings eaten so many carbohydrates. So, let's do a carbohydrate assessment.
So let's have a look at the fastest foods. Bread. Bread shops abound. Cereal. There's a whole aisle in the supermarket devoted to bread, and there's a whole aisle devoted to cereal. So we know that they are very popular foods.
For breakfast, most people are having cereal. 93% of American children have cereal for breakfast. And 30% of the cereals are sugar. And by the age of 3, 1 in 3 American children are obese.
And then there's the cakes, biscuits, cookies, donuts. Another fast food is pizza. Lots of pizza shops or frozen pizzas. Rice is another common carbohydrate. Potatoes. We call them potato chips. I think you call them French fries. And sugar. Sugar is the ultimate pure carbohydrate. Now, in the gastrointestinal tract, all of these foods break down to glucose. And yes, glucose is the number one fuel used by every cell in the body.
So, the glucose comes into the cell, and it comes in under the action of insulin. Insulin increases 30-fold the amount of glucose that can get into the cell. Pancreas releases insulin, and insulin's role in the body is to get the glucose out of the blood and into the cell.
And so what do many people do to try and stop getting fat? Try to lose weight, they stop the fat. Fat doesn't make you fat. What makes you fat is this high carbohydrate diet releasing the glucose, forcing the liver to store it as fat. And that's what fat is, excess fuel. And so the insulin's released and the blood glucose levels go down. But high glucose demands high insulin.
Now, let's have a look at foods that can control diabetes.
I met a man, he was a scientist. He was 69. He said to me, when I was in my 40s, I was told I was pre-diabetic. And I was told I should eat legumes every day. So he said, I do. And he said, and I never got diabetes.
Diet is one of the most powerful tools in reversing diabetes. Dr. Barbara O'Neill emphasizes the importance of low glycemic index foods, which help maintain stable blood sugar levels. Foods with a low glycemic index, such as whole grains, vegetables, and lean proteins, are essential. Avoiding high sugar and high-fat foods is crucial. Instead, focus on nutrient-dense options that provide steady energy and support overall health.
Nutrition. So what is the best nutrition to conquer diabetes? The best nutrition is low glycemic index foods, so low GI foods. So low GI foods are foods that don't cause a massive release of glucose into the blood. And it's very easy to get a glycemic index chart where you can have a look at the low GI foods. So white rice is high GI, basmati rice, brown rice, they're low GI. White potatoes high, whereas sweet potatoes low. So just even changing it, bananas high, but cherries are low. So it can be just little adjustments. So for the diabetic, when they target your low GI foods, they can see a dramatic change in their blood glucose levels.
Incorporate plenty of fiber-rich foods like beans, lentils, and leafy greens. These help slow down the absorption of sugar, preventing blood sugar spikes. And don't forget healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. They help improve insulin sensitivity and promote satiety, keeping you full longer.
And I think I mentioned to you before the legumes. Legumes are lovely and low. And there are so many legumes and there are so many different ways to cook them. Because anything that gives a quick high will come along with a quick low. Lots of vegetables. What about fruit? Some fruits are out. So ideally, with fruit, only the low GI. So what would be low GI fruits? All your berries are low. Kiwi, pears, grapefruit's low. All nuts and seeds are fine. What about grains? Well, the best grains are your whole grains. And most whole grains you'll find are low.
Intermittent fasting is also an effective strategy. By allowing your body to enter a fasting state, you give it the chance to lower insulin levels and improve metabolic health. Intermittent fasting can be a game changer for many people. It not only helps with weight management, but also enhances your body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels.
Do I eat wheat? I do, but not much. But if someone is wanting to conquer their diabetes, this must stop. Number 2 is sugar. If someone has diabetes, they really have to stop as much as possible all sweetness. Number 3, caffeine. Because caffeine causes the body to have a crisis response.
Regular monitoring of blood sugar levels and working closely with your healthcare provider are essential steps in reversing diabetes. Keeping track of your progress helps you understand how your body responds to different foods and activities. It also allows your healthcare provider to make any necessary adjustments to your treatment plan. Stay informed about your condition and be proactive in your approach. Knowledge is power when it comes to managing and reversing diabetes. Remember, every small step counts. Celebrate your progress and stay motivated. You're not alone in this journey. Small, consistent changes can lead to big results. Empowering yourself with the right knowledge and habits is the first step towards better health. Stay committed and motivated. You can do this. Kidney stones can occur more frequently if we don't drink enough water, and our kidneys may have trouble effectively filtering out waste products like creatinine. Watch this video for incredibly beneficial drinks that are a great way to give your body a cleansing boost and packed with benefits that go beyond just detoxifying your kidneys.